Hello?
Hi, is this Norma?
Yeah, is this Tommy?
Yeah, this is Tommy. Just want you to know this call is being recorded and potentially uploaded. Cool?
That's cool.
All right. How can I help?
So, I don't know if you see my question, but I messaged you on Instagram, but I basically asked that I wanted to open my own online banking business, and I would like to know if I needed a license to basically if I'm partnering with a licensed bank already. I didn't hear you discuss. I mean, I heard you discuss that in the video, but I wasn't sure because you said it takes time. So I understand that to get your banking license and everything. But I was just wondering if I partner with a licensed bank or whatever.
What do you do right
Like,
now,
how would
Norma?
that go about? Well, right now, I work as a math tutor at my local college. So
Okay. What
yeah.
experience do you have with banking?
Um, Not that much, honestly.
What about app development?
Have no idea. I'm
Okay.
glad I called. I
So
mean, you
what this
called.
sounds like is that you want to try something out, but what you want to try out is something that's actually pretty massive, right?
Yes, but I have a plan with that. I plan on learning about cryptocurrency, learning about investing and stuff like that. And yeah, you're right though. I need to learn the banking
All right.
aspect of it.
Here's what I will
So
say, right? How old are you?
I am 28.
Okay, so you're 28 years old. You have a degree? What do you do for money?
Don't have a degree yet, but I work as a math tutor, and I get financial aid from school, so I don't make that much money. But
So you're going to school and you're also
yeah.
doing math tutoring.
Mhm.
So what are you studying?
Biology and mathematics. And I'm going to transfer to study neuroscience.
Neuro what? Neuroscience?
Neuroscience. Yes.
So what's going on with like, oh, okay, so here's what I pick up on really quick, right? Sounds like you're shifting a little
Mhm.
bit. So biology, math, I'm planning on shifting to neuroscience, but I also want to do this whole banking thing. I'm also like a math tutor. What's going on?
Well, basically, I go to a community college,
Okay.
so
This is
I plan
fine.
on transferring to a 4 year to
Why?
study neuroscience. Well, I want to become a doctor one day. I want to become a brain surgeon one day. But I also want to own a few businesses because I know in the future it's going to be even harder to basically survive. So even
Okay.
if you are a doctor or whatever. So yeah, I just want some, some
All
passive
right,
income
so
or something like that.
here's the truth, right?
Mhm.
Just at a core level. You gotta learn how to manage a small amount of money first before you're able to manage a large amount of money. And the whole system
Okay.
behind ever starting a business is always, for example, you learn first, you practice on this, you work under somebody, and then you can start like kind of like doing your own thing and so on, right? Especially like when something's so
Okay.
expensive. So that's usually how you want to do it.
Right.
So, for example, if I'm 28 years old, I'm in college, and I just want to try different things out. The first thing is you got to pick a degree with real intention. You got to understand, for
Okay.
example, how much is it going to cost me to become a doctor? Can I afford that? If the answer is no, what the heck am I going to do? Well, if I do take out loans, but then for example, I drop out and I owe, for example, $250,000, what the heck am I going to do? Right? All these things
Mhm.
matter.
Mhm.
So what I would do is, what it
Right.
sounds like to me, honestly, is that you're just trying to figure things out, and that's fine, right?
Yeah.
So what I would do is I would write a little list. I call it the top 10 list. And I would write down, for example, my top 10 dream careers in a sense. You'll have doctor in there, biologist in there, neuroscience, whatever you want to have in there. You have it in there, right? Your top 10. But then
Mhm.
after that, I want you to do all the research on each of those things. So, for example, um, how much school is it going to take? How much is it going to cost? How much does it pay? What's the growth in this industry? What's the day to day in this entire company or whatever it is? What are the top companies? Do I want to work here? Why do I want to work there? You ask all these very concrete, solid questions to figure out exactly what you want to do. And by the way, you want to find these three things. It's a sweet spot, right? Something you like, you're good at, and it's also going to make you money. It's not about making $1 million or $1 billion. None of that stuff really matters. What's important, for example, with finance is basically you have more money coming in than you have going out, for example. That's what's important. But as far as right now, if I'm 28 years old like you, I'm going to focus and lock in, dedicate 4 hours to this and find out exactly what exactly do I want to do. The reason you don't know, and you have, for example, like kind of like a little like level of intelligence on it, but you don't really know that much about it, because basically you haven't dedicated enough time to it to find out the whole career as a whole and find out how much it's going to cost. Because becoming a doctor is very expensive. And if you're doing it for kind of like, I just want to do that, it's expensive as heck. And if you drop out, people do drop out, by the way, you'll have all that debt still. And that's not what I want for you. Make sense?
Okay. I understand.
So that's what I would do. Like lock into a career and find out exactly what you want to do after you've done all the research. On top of that, if you want to get very good with money and businesses, for example, right? What you want to do is you want to learn to manage your current income. So how much money do you make per month right now?
I make about only like not that much, like $900 a month.
You live on campus?
Plus financial aid. No, I live on my own. I live with my sister. I'm roommating with my sister.
Okay. So a budget has 4 main walls, right? You have, for example, shelter, utilities, groceries, and lastly, for example, transportation. How much do you spend on shelter right now?
I'm in me and my sister are in a program right now that's helping us with our rent, and they've been helping us for 3 years now, so our rent is discounted. So we only pay like,
how much do you pay?
About 30%. I pay $435
per month. Okay. Utilities, internet, electricity.
Internet's only $10 since I'm low income, and electricity is a low income discount. So I only pay maybe $22 a month every 2 months or something. I don't know.
And your phone bill?
I have a free Obama phone.
Okay, awesome. Congratulations. Free service. And
Thanks.
Groceries?
Yeah. Groceries, I pay about $200 a month.
Okay, that's pretty good. And transportation?
It's only $20 for me. I get a discount for that too, since I go to school, and they also give me a free bus pass. So.
Okay. So overall, here's what it sounds like. You spend $435 on rent, $30 on utilities, $200 on food, and then $20 on transportation. That is $685, but you make, for example, $900. So you should have $215 left over every single month. How much do you have in cash right now?
I have maybe like $177.
So you have a problem, right?
Yeah.
Because you have a surplus. Every month you should have like $215. If you've been there for 3 years already, you should have at least, for example, $7,000. But what you have is, for example, not that many bills, but you have an escape. Meaning, for example, you have money that you're spending on things you don't need here and there, or whatever it is, and that you can't keep track of it. So my first task, you have any debt, by the way?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so before I get to that, make this budget, right, with the 4 foundations. Everything else, you don't need it. The Netflix, the going out, the eating out, you cut it out because you're broke. You can't afford it right now.
So what do you suggest? So what do you suggest how to save money on groceries? Like,
you're spending $200, that's fine.
Just
if you want to save more,
because I'm spending more on going out than
so if you want to save more,
exactly.
If you want to save more money on groceries, just buy in bulk, right? Instead of buying one bag of rice.
More then.
Yes, exactly.
I need to cook more. Yeah,
you cook more, and you eat at home. You meal prep, and that's it. That's how you save money on groceries. Now, that's the budget, right? Now let's talk about this debt. How much money do you owe?
About $1,300. No, $1,500. I'm sorry, $1,500.
On what?
Yeah. On my financial aid.
You mean student loans?
So, yeah, student loans.
Okay. You have any credit card debt?
Um, let me see. Yes, I do. I owe 435 to Capital One, and 670 to the cell phone company.
Yo, how much to Capital One?
435.
And how much to the cell phone company?
670.
Why do you owe them?
Well, I bought a gift for my sister at the cell phone company, and she was gonna pay it, but she ended up not paying it, and she didn't let me know. So I just found out at the last minute, basically, that I owe that money.
So that's not a gift.
And no, it's not.
Yeah. So look. Okay. Here's what it looks like. Right. You owe $1,500 in student loan debt. You have credit card debt and so on, but you don't really have that much debt. It doesn't even go back over $3,000. So that's not that crazy. So my advice would be, with the surplus of money that you have left over, use that money to pay off the debt that you actually have. Get a side hustle also on the side, or a little job or part-time job to help you go through college basically for free. Like, you pay cash for it. Now, it's very important, right? When you are 3 years in college and you still don't have a degree and you're still changing and all this stuff, it means you're very indecisive, or you're just not picking the right things, right? So that's why it's so important you do the correct research. Use the research method. Pick something and stick to it. If this money was coming out of your pocket, for example, and you had $8,000 student loan debt, you wouldn't be this like easy going about it. But because you're getting help and all this stuff, right, which a lot of us do or whatever, you're able to kind of be like more like content with what's going on right now. So my advice would be, if I were in your shoes right now, I'm gonna pick a good career. I'm gonna get another job or another side hustle. I'm gonna pay off all this debt and get done with it. That's the core idea. After that, I'm gonna save for emergencies, and then after that, I'm just basically focused on, for example, just graduating fully debt free. Once you graduate, now you're making $40,000 per year or $6,000 per year. Now you're gonna start investing. Eventually save for a home when you're gonna get married, if you're gonna get married, and all this other things. But for right now, you have a lot of ideas, but what you have is indecisiveness. So pick something, do all the research on it, and then you stick to it. And then cut the credit cards, stop using them, don't buy people gifts they're gonna have to pay for, and none of that stuff, okay? Make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
That's what I would do. If, for example, if you have a strong interest in banking or whatever you have an interest in, work for somebody under that and then find out how it works. All right?
Okay.
A lot of times when you're as bright as you are and you're very entrepreneurial and all this other stuff, I can tell, you get a lot of like weird ideas and you want to try them all out. All right? It's indecisive. Yeah, so you wanna pick something based on research, and you want to try it out for at least 18 months. Like, as far as like businesses. But as far as, for example, the career, you gotta pick, it's an investment, right? So if I know this degree is gonna cost me $20,000 to graduate, for example, as an accountant or finance, and pick a good career, by the way. Don't pick one that you think is gonna work. Make sure it works. And then if it's gonna make you $40,000, you spend $20,000 on it, it's a good career. So it's a good return, right? But you can graduate that free, though. That's the most important thing. Okay?
Oh, I have. Thank you so much. All this information is very helpful. I just wanted to ask.
Go ahead.
Never mind. Sorry, I was being indecisive again.
Go ahead. Ask the question.
I caught myself. No, I don't even want to ask it because I already know you're gonna be like, you're being indecisive.
But go ahead.
So I pick a good career. So I figured that being a doctor would take up like half of my life or whatever.
8 years. You're 28. You'll have a job by the time you turn 36.
I think if you want to be a brain surgeon, you have to pick like 15 years. Not pick, but you have to, like.
Why don't you maybe become a nurse first? It's not a give up. That's not what it is. It's a trade, right?
Yeah, I guess I could.
Why don't you do a nurse? Become a nurse. They make like $60,000 a year. Do the math, right? It's just math. So if you want to get into the whole thing, become a nurse first. And if you want to upgrade, you can upgrade.
I actually fell in love with coding.
You're doing too much, bro. Listen.
Yeah.
Pick one thing after you've done the top 10 list, right? You start crossing off and crossing off. When you get to the top 3 of the things you want to do, pick one based on which one you like the most. Not the one that makes you the most money, the one you like the most and the one that interests you the most. Because they're all going to make you money. They're your top dream jobs or whatever. And then you pick one and you fall in line. Stop being indecisive. It's easier said than done, by the way, but you got to be decisive about this
It
thing, because
is,
you know
yeah.
it. You're 28 now. Before you know it, you'll be 40, and you still won't have anything.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And $900 works
Okay.
well when you are with a roommate and you're in college and booba booba. But when you're like out there, it's nothing.
Yeah,
Okay?
that's true.
All right. What was your name, by the way? Norma,
Thank you
right?
so much. Yeah, Norma.
Thank you so much for this call, Norma. By the way, these calls are not like a one-time thing. So once you do pick a major and you want to call me back, like, Tom, I picked a major, I'll be super excited to take your call again and talk to you one-on-one, okay? Welcome to the long-term team.
Thank you so much.
All right?
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Have a good day. Peace out.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right, guys. So that right there was Norma, and a lot of the times when people have, for example, this entire issue, right? The issue is I'm comfortable now. I can pick a degree. I'm not paying for it. Everything's fine. No problem. That's when this indecisive personality comes out, right? Because I can do this. I can do something because it's not costing you any money. But you got to be decisive. Dedicate at least 4 hours to exactly what you're going to do. And stop switching back and forth. There is nursing. There's coding. There's this. There's that. Just pick something. Pick something, please. And then just stick to it. And then graduate with that thing. That's the whole idea. Do all the research possible on this thing and then get it done. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. As always, like, subscribe, hit the bell to get notified. If you guys want to call me and talk to me one-on-one on this show, well, feel free to do so. The link is down below. Schedule a call today. On top of that, also follow me on Instagram, type Bryson. On top of that, if you guys want to look like this, here is my video right here, and click my face right here. And as always, peace.